Hello everyone. I'm going to take my mask off so you can hear me better. But we're here in Los Angeles, California. It's July 5th, 2020. We're going to do a video of my car. I've had a few requests for follow-ups because I've done 3 before this. And this more than likely will be the last one. We may do a driving one, but that'll be after they come out with a vaccine. I first want to start off by answering a few questions that some people have had in the previous videos. They are steel flares. They came with the car. Let's see. The kit. Somebody asked where did I get the backdate kit, because this is an 83 911 SC and it's been backdated to look like a RSR. There was no kit per se. I got a bumper, fiberglass hood, fiberglass rear bumper, a fiberglass delete for the sunroof. But there wasn't any kit. I got it from Ren's Sport in Duarte, California. His prices are very reasonable. The quality probably isn't as good as GT Classic, but for my purposes, it was fine. Let's see. There's a guy in Toronto, Jeff, who was saying that I didn't deserve to have a 911 when I put in $20 mirrors. And all I can say to Jeff is, my car, my money, my decision, my taste. I think when people think that you can't, you got to put all kinds of money in a 911, they're being elitist. Like, oh, you have a Porsche, you got to, spend $1,000 for this and $5,000 for that. That's a bunch of BS. But you stick with your thoughts, Jeff. Only the best to you in Toronto, Canada. That's okay. Anyways, somebody had mentioned what the initial, or want to know what the initial cost was. Initial cost, 2014, was $7,800. It didn't look like this. As long as I had a request from someone who said more Lacey. So let me introduce you to Lacey, our dog, and then that's Ruth over there. That's my cameraman's dog, and pit bulls, they're the greatest. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I wanted to, what did I want to do? Okay.
The cost.
What?
The initial cost.
The initial cost was thank you. The initial cost was $7,800. If we can edit in a picture of what it looked like back in 2014, $7,800. But at this point in time, it's like, it's like considerably more. And you can find out more about this car. Some of you may be PCA members and you'll get this magazine. But this magazine has a article in it about this car, page 78. And it'll turn to a couple of. Oh, there it is. Well, there's part of it. It gives you some information on the car. There's a few errors, like my name. It says Barry Goldstein. It's Barry Greenstein. But if you have the magazine, take a look at it if you're interested, and it'll give you some ideas on what the car cost and what it has.
What's the date on that?
Oh, this is a, I believe it came out in February 2020. It's not a monthly edition. I think it comes out 4 times a year. Not sure. But anyways, that's the magazine. Let's see. Let me go around, because there have been some changes that I made to it since the last video 2 years ago. If we come around to the back, I added this wing, and also this grill. I like the design of this, so I added that. This wing, it was $200, and it cost $100 to paint it. So you got $300 there, and the wing is made by company Better Body Parts in San Diego. Armando is the guy. I had a personalized license plate, SJP car. Sarah Jessica Parker, I've had a crush on her ever since Footloose. So I got personalized plates for Sarah Jessica Parker. And then coincidentally, someone could look at this and say, well, the car's name is Sentimental Journey. Someone could look at it and say, hey, that's also SJP car. But anyways, the main thing was Sarah Jessica. Shout out to Sarah Jessica. So that's what I did in the back. I think last time I showed it, it may have had an R tail light at the rear here. I changed it back to the original. So another thing I did was I had these long pipes that came out of this Dan's muffler. I got these shorter ones, but what I'm gonna do, because I don't particularly like those chrome tips, I ordered some 3-inch stainless steel exhaust tubing, and I'm gonna bring them out just to here about. Hopefully they'll slip over that and I can have them welded. So they're 2 big 3-inch pipes coming out. Got a friend, James, who does some fantastic welding, and I may ask for his help on getting those things welded in. So that takes care of the back of the car. I added these quarter panels with the help of a couple of friends of mine. They're plexiglass for 2 reasons. One, to lighten the car, and what's the other thing? Lighten the car, and I like the look of them. A couple of things I may do on the inside. Oh, I didn't have these seats either. The other seats did have the grommets, and they were black, but they didn't have headrests. So I got these because I did a track day, and my coach, it probably wasn't safe not to have headrests, so I got these 2 seats, and they're very comfortable. They bring me up closer to the wheel. They're not slanted back, and you can tell I'm a short guy, so I'm close to the wheel. And Jeff, are you ready for this? Jeff in Toronto? For the 2 of them, they were $300. Now, I know you're crying on your keyboard, like you said, but, live with it. So I got these seats. What I may do is get a shifter, either a Wevo or a Ren's, I think it's a Ren's Speed shifter, I'm not sure. I may or may not. And I may change the steering wheel to one that's, it's called it's Momo, I think it's an M or Mod 8. And it has felt on it, man-made felt. It's called the Alcantara. Or I may do Corinthian leather. I'm not sure. That's also Italian. I understand Ricardo Montalban has that in his car. Go around to the front. I'm laughing. We go around to the front, but my headlights, they were all discolored on the inside. So I decided to paint them all silver, so they match, they look beautiful. But then a friend of mine says, Barry, there's no reflection because you get the reflection on the mirrored lens on the inside. So I have no reflection, but they sure do look nice. I don't do any night driving. They don't usually let me out after about 8 o'clock. But they look good. And let me just see if they're weighing the muffler, the seats. Oh yeah, I think I've covered everything. I appreciate you guys watching, and make any comments. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, once we get past this virus, thinking of that virus, I thought maybe it would just miraculously disappear, go from 15 to 0. Somebody said that, but gee, that didn't happen. So, anyways, but now there's just a few little embers out there, so we should be good on filming this after the virus is over with, or we get a vaccine. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, no matter what you want to say, because I really don't. Take care and stay safe, and hope you had a happy 4th of July. Thank you. Hello again. There are a couple things that I forgot to mention, which I think might be interesting. I did have modifications done on the motor when I had it rebuilt. High compression pistons and cylinders, 964 cams, and straight through headers. So I had that done, and the car's pretty fast. I went to a chassis dyno. They put it on the dyno, and it tested at well, the stock 83 3-liter motor, I think, puts out, the American version or North American version puts out, I believe it's like maybe 175 horsepower, the motor. Mine, after the modifications, it tested at 175 at the wheels, which translate to about 200 horsepower, a hair over 200 horsepower at the crank. So with the modifications, it increases it by 25 horsepower, which is quite a bit when you consider the car weighs 2,280 pounds. Now, a really good weight to power ratio would be a 10-to-1, meaning that if you had a 2,000 pound car, 200 horsepower, that's 10-to-1. That's a very, very good ratio. You know, a lot of pickup and everything else. Mine is less than that, but not a whole lot less. I just wanted to mention that, and thanks for watching.